Hello, and what is going on, everybody? Matt, aka Zephyr here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys some Call of Duty Ghosts competitive gameplay. So, in this commentary, I want to talk real quick about how I think competitive in Ghosts is, just kind of how it works, my opinions on certain parts of it, and just talk about competitive in general. So, as you can see by the gameplay, I'm using the ARX, and then it has a bunch of numbers, with it. I just call it the ARX. But as you can see, I'm using this gun. It's a gun that isn't really used much in competitive, but it's probably my favorite gun, if not one of my favorite guns to use in competitive. It has a really high fire rate despite its low damage. It fires super fast, minimal recoil. I really like it. It reminds me of the ACR, except that it fires a little bit faster. But anyways, as you can see here, I'm just going ham on the enemies. But back to what I was saying before, the ARX is, as I said, it's really a total tank. This is probably my favorite gun in the game so far, at least for competitive. For pubs, my favorite gun is definitely the Honey Badger. That thing is so good. But yeah, the Honey Badger, it's just amazing. What I gotta say about it is that it has a really consistent damage, really consistent range. Everything about it just works out really well because of it. And that makes it, in my opinion, one of the best guns for pubs. Because really, you can use it anywhere. It's good at close range, it's good at long range, it's basically good at everything. It's kind of average at everything, I guess. And some people say the recoil is a little bit much, but I don't find the recoil to be a problem at all, because as long as you have a grip on it, it has basically no recoil. So yeah, as long as it has a grip on it, the Honey Badger's pretty dang good. But as I said, I wanted to talk a little bit about competitive in Call of Duty Ghosts. So these are my takes on it so far. When the game came out, I think everybody they thought it was terrible. They thought competitive was was screwed over. They thought there was no way they could get anything to work out really. But then after so many people complaining to Infinity Ward, what they did was they added the rules in for, I forgot what it was, Search and Destroy, that's what it is. Now there's a 1.5 time limit, and there's a 6-round thingamajigger, so that's great. So that's going to be really helpful for competitive, and I think they said something about a Codcaster mode coming. Not really sure about that, but I'm pretty sure they said something about it. As well as the competitive rules have been kind of decided on, and I think they're really awesome. I think they're really good rules in my opinion. Basically, it's similar to Black Ops 2, as in almost everything is allowed. Not everything, but almost everything. So what this means is you can use shotguns, you can use snipers, you can use LMGs. The only thing, you can't use marksman rifles, but that's completely understandable. Marksman rifles are really powerful in this game. Probably a little bit too good in my opinion. I think they're pretty overpowered. So yeah, I'm actually pretty glad they banned the marksman rifles. Otherwise, pretty much everybody would use them. But LMGs too, they're also pretty darn good. They're not insane though. I don't think they really need to be banned. And they banned the riot shield, I believe. The one thing though that I don't really like, I don't think they should allow people to use support in competitive, because you're basically guaranteed to get your streaks. So I don't really like the idea of support in competitive. I think they'll probably remove it at some point. I really hope they do, because I don't know. I just don't really like the idea of it in competitive because you're guaranteed to get your streaks basically, and that's what it comes down to. But anyways, I want to talk a little bit about this streak that I'm using right here. This streak is the, I believe, Helo Scout. So I'm sure you guys have used the Helo Pilot. That thing is super good. I'm going to be posting a bunch of gameplay with it actually, because that's basically, I always use that streak basically no matter what. So it's in most of my gameplays. So I'll definitely post a lot of games with the Helo Pilot, because it's insane really. The way it works is, as you guys can tell with this Helo Scout, I'm actually able to control it, right? And you can do the same thing with the Helo Pilot. You can control it, and basically you can just go around controlling the thing. And then it's basically a one-shot kill to 2 at the most with the Helo Pilot. The Helo Scout, you're sniping out of the helicopter instead of shooting down some missiles. And when you're sniping out of it, the sniper is basically always a one-shot kill, but it only has 4 rounds, but it also is semi-automatic, so it's pretty good. I don't know. I think the Helo Pilot I mean, the Helo Scout, that is pretty good, but the Helo Pilot is insane in my opinion. And look at that spawn. That's Infinity Ward logic right there. I noticed the spawns are pretty messed up on a lot of these maps. I'm sure you guys know. And as you can see here, we're going into the second round of the game. Because as you guys know, since they don't have like a round sort of thing in Domination, you have to end the game. The game ends at 5 minutes and you have to start it up again, basically. Because there's no like intermission sort of thing. I'm sure they'll add some sort of intermission thing, kind of like Black Ops 2 Domination at some point. Not really sure when, but hopefully they do, because now they're starting to add in the competitive stuff as well. But yeah, so far when I've been playing competitive, the gun I'm using now, the ARX, is my go-to gun, but there are a lot of other really good competitive guns, and there are just so many options now because of the awesome rules. And like there's the Remington, and I've even seen some people use the Honey Badger in competitive, but I don't think it's very good for competitive because it just doesn't, it's not as good as like the Remington or the ARX or like any of the other ARs, although I haven't seen many people use the ARX. My team has been doing a couple of scrims lately, and not very many people have been using the ARX, which kind of surprised me. But yeah, definitely not too many people use it, because I just don't think anyone has really tried it, to be honest. But yeah, also look forward to a new Rage Taj somewhat soon. I'm not sure how soon, but I'm definitely going to be working on it, because I've gotten a lot of clips lately in Call of Duty Ghosts, and you'll see them in my next Taj. And then another thing is, basically as I'm recording this commentary, this whole morning, is I've been playing Call of Duty Ghosts with friends, doing some private matches, right, 4v4s, basically. We were just playing 8s, and it was really awesome. But the thing was at one point I pulled out a shotgun on Search and Destroy, and I just wrecked everybody on the team. I got like 4 aces in one game or something like that. It was crazy, and they were raging like crazy, so that's probably going to be in my rage touch as well. But so far I'm really liking competitive in this game. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, because I'm really looking forward to hear it. But anyways, this game is wrapping up. I'm going to end the commentary here. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay. I'll see you guys later, and bye.